Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Y'all gotta forgive me. Doing a little workout now. Hey, I don't know how long I can talk on this one now, because I'm on 12 incline, 3 speed. So this thing here gonna hurt me. I had messed up my hamstring. Still tweak, still hurt me, but got to grind anyway. Got to get the weight off of it. Encourage you to get your grind on. So now listen. One thing I noticed with a lot of single people, y'all, you got to learn to listen. You got to learn to listen, because the world has changed. The world has changed drastically. The dating scene has changed drastically. It is not what it used to be 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Social media has changed everything. People do not have a sense of reality. So guess what? You gotta have somebody or a small group of people that you can listen to. So that may be a parent, maybe another family member, a loved one, a coach, because some of the things that you think matter do not matter in the grand scheme of things. So it's like this. The things that a lot of single people think are their assets, they're not actually assets. So if you say, hey, I'm well spoken, okay, nobody cares. Hey, I'm well traveled, okay, nobody cares. Hey, I'm this or I'm that. Guess what? That's all fine and dandy. But you got to understand, in this day and age, what really matters. So if you are, let's say, you easy to get along with, but you 20 pounds overweight. Easy to get along with may be worth 100 points. But if you're 20 pounds overweight, that may be negative 500 points. So now you negative 400. Same thing. Easy to get along with, plus 10 points. Let's say it's 10 points. 20 pounds overweight, negative 20 points. Now you at negative 10. See, you might be well traveled, well spoken, educated, but the person you're dealing with may give you 10 points for each of those. But if you're abstinent, that may be plus 100. If you're a virgin, that might be plus 500. So let's say this. Somebody could look at you and think you a 6. On a scale of 1 to 10, they give you a 6. But if they know you're a virgin, now you're a 10. If they know you got under 10 partners, might be a 10, a 9. Let's say you well spoken or you got an education, they give you 10 points for each. But then they find out you a devout man or woman of God. and you really live it, they may say, hey, that's plus 500 in my book. So what I notice is a lot of singles are leading with things that don't matter. A lot of singles are praising themselves for their strengths, but ignoring their weaknesses. So your weaknesses are canceling out your strengths. So singles saying, hey, I don't want anybody to know on day one that I'm a virgin. I don't want anybody to know on day one that I'm a Christian. I don't want anybody to know on day one that I make 6 figures. It's like, listen, all of that stuff is a part of you. It's who you are. That's what actually adds value to you. So if you're sitting there and you're talking to somebody and they don't know your true assets, like what makes you special, what makes you different, then they just lumping you in with other people. They lumping you in with other people, and where you say, I'm gonna tell this at month 3, you're not even gonna get to month 3, because the stuff that you're hiding, the stuff that you didn't realize is your selling point, your USP, your unique selling point that somebody made up for business. We'll put this to a relationship. If you don't realize what your USP is, you holding on to that, and this person is amazing, and you're saying, well, oh, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to tell them what I do for a living. That's a day one conversation. I'm gonna wait to tell them my sexual preference or orientation. Like, you ain't gotta say a body count, but if your body count is 100, okay, you wanna keep that to yourself. If your body count is 0, 1, 5, 7, you put that on your forehead, because that immediately makes you different. That immediately makes you unique. If you got a job that pays 6 figures, that immediately makes you unique. People say, oh, well, what if they just want me for that? Listen, they got to want you for something. They got to want you for something. You got to have a unique selling point. So you're going to be wanted for something, or you could be left for something. So listen, find somebody you can trust and get some outside advice from. Hear from somebody else, so that you're just not moving in the dark and you telling yourself all this stuff and you so in your head and you can't see yourself, and you are the reason that you're single, because you are blocking you. You blocking you. You may say, well, oh, you know, I like to debate. That's my personality. Listen, you need to change that. Don't nobody like debating. That's draining. That's draining. So when somebody tell you who love you, hey, that's a character flaw. It's draining. And you change that, now you go in, you peaceful. You ain't debating all the time. Now you actually get past month 1 to month 2. Get some feedback. Because if you're single, there's a reason you're single. So understand, is this reason because of you, or is it because of God? Does God have you single for a reason and a season, or do you have you single and you can't see you? Hey, it's Tony Gaffney. I can't talk. The incline beating the brakes off of me. God bless you. We'll talk soon.